Here in our area, the hardest hit, certainly Chattooga County, the towns of Somerville, Tryon, and their neighboring communities. Cedric Haynes has been monitoring the situation in Chattooga County. Cedric, you know, just a little while ago we had a report from Karen Aguilar, and as she was speaking, rain was coming down hard in Somerville.
Yeah, David, we were talking about that band of heavy rainfall setting up from Tryon down towards Somerville, and that will continue to be there at least for the next 30 minutes or so, but hopefully it will continue to make its way on off towards the east. Let's show you the radar, the big picture first. You can see we've got widespread rain across portions of Bledsoe, Ray, Meigs, McMinn counties heading down into northern Bradley County, but you can see more activity developing across northwest Georgia, and that's going to kind of grab the focus. So we'll show you from Pikeville, Dayton over towards Spring City, some heavier downpours showing up there. These areas have also picked up some more heavy rainfall today, up to 1 inch to 2 inches of rainfall there. So more heavy rainfall for those folks. But again, right now kind of focusing in on northwest Georgia, in particularly right across Chattooga County there. And you can see just that heavy band of tropical downpours shaping up right over Tryon and Somerville at this time, and also stretching back up towards the Dalton area. So let's zoom in to Chattooga County now. And again, you can see there right there from Tryon, Somerville down towards the Lowerly area, seeing some of that heavy rainfall. No lightning with this. It's not severe, just very tropical downpours that continue to produce a lot of rainfall in a short period of time. So we'll watch that closely, but hopefully it will continue to move on, and so we don't have to deal with any major flooding from that, but we'll be watching things on the radar very closely for you over the next hour or so. Here's the flood watch. It does encompass pretty much the entire Tennessee Valley, and this again goes until about 7, 8 o'clock this evening. So over the next few hours, we're going to be watching for these downpours that could produce some isolated flooding in spots, but overall, we're not seeing the totals that we saw yesterday. In fact, let me show you the 2-day total, and you can see we had several areas picking up quite a bit of rainfall, anywhere from 3 to 5 inches on average across the northwestern half of the area around the plateau. But of course, your eyes are drawn down to the south over that bullseye right there over Chattooga County and northern Floyd County, where we saw over 1 foot of rainfall. But over the past, let's say 12 hours or so for today, you can see we've had some pockets of heavy rainfall, as I mentioned earlier, up towards Dayton and down towards northern Hamilton County, also portions of Bradley County, but nothing as widespread or as heavy as what we saw yesterday. But still, within some of these little bands of rain that moved through, we could see some of those tropical downpours. As far as your road conditions go, of course, if you're traveling out there right now, the green basically indicates where we're seeing the rain or just saw some rainfall moving on through. That means some wet roadways. So take it easy if you're going to be out on the roads today. Give yourself plenty of time to get to where you need to be. But right now, we're not seeing the dark green, which would indicate some flooding on the roadways. So that's some good news if you're out traveling throughout the rest of this afternoon. Let me show you the water vapor. This is something I don't show you often. This measures the amount of moisture in the atmosphere, the column of air all the way up into the atmosphere. And what you can see here, this area of low pressure is really working in tandem to produce what I call the atmospheric river, basically. So it's basically a river of moisture that comes in off of the Pacific Ocean, pulls in moisture off of the Gulf of Mexico, and all of that is pulled into the Tennessee Valley. So with our mountains around and things like that, we help create that lift, and that helps to squeeze out more moisture, and that's why we get that potential of some very heavy rainfall in these setups here. So as long as that low pressure is just to our north and west, it will continue to produce that potential of some heavy rainfall. The good news I have for you, though, is that as we go into the next 12 to 24 hours, this front is going to move a little further off to the east. It's going to help to squash this low pressure a little bit more. So while we'll still have that flow out of the south, it will not be pulling in the deeper moisture that we've seen the past couple of days. So I don't expect the flooding situation to get any worse as we go into the next few days. But as you can see right now, for the rest of this evening, any of these downpours does give us an elevated risk of possibly seeing some of that flooding. But let's take a look at Futurecast, because it shows the chance of off and on showers through the evening hours, but around midnight, that chance comes to an end. And as we go throughout your Tuesday afternoon, just talking about hit or miss pop-up showers and storms with partly cloudy skies. So a more typical summer-like pattern that will likely extend right on into your Wednesday as well. So that's going to be some good news. We're not looking at widespread rain, at least over the next several days. So here's your Storm Alert 7-day forecast, just daily pop-up afternoon showers and storms, back to a more summer-like pattern for us as we go throughout the next few days. Highs in the mid-80s, but we may see an increased chance of rain once again as we head towards this weekend. So David, not great news, but overall, at least we get a break from the widespread heavy soaking rain that we've seen in parts of the area.
Oh, we can use a break. We can use some sunshine. Thank you, Cedric.